Did you know that studies show about 47% of our waking hours are spent on autopilot? That means nearly half of our lives are lived without full awareness. Shocking, right? In a world filled with distractions, smartphones, social media, and endless notifications, it's easy to lose touch with the present moment. Mindfulness is often seen as a calm, serene practice, but it's so much more. It's not just about sitting in silence or finding peace in a crowded room. True mindfulness is about learning to connect deeply with ourselves, even when the world around us feels chaotic. In this journey, we'll explore surprising strategies to enhance your mindfulness. You'll discover the power of solitude, the art of listening to what's unsaid, and how to tap into your body's hidden senses. We'll also discuss how breaking your daily routine can spark awareness and how your mindfulness can affect those around you. Get ready to dive deep into the essence of mindfulness. Let's uncover how being present can transform your life, one moment at a time. Chapter 1: The Mindful Paradox, Embracing Solitude. We live in a world where solitude is often seen as something to avoid. But what if being alone is one of the most powerful tools for mindfulness? Solitude offers a unique opportunity to connect with yourself in ways that aren't possible when you're surrounded by constant noise, both literal and metaphorical. A study from 2017 published in Nature Communications revealed that people who practice solitude reported a 21% increase in self-awareness and emotional regulation. So, if solitude can enhance these traits, it makes sense that it's a crucial part of mindfulness. Here's the key: don't think of solitude as loneliness. It's not about isolating yourself but about getting comfortable being with yourself. Start small. Set aside 10 minutes each day just to sit quietly, no phone, no music, no distractions. At first, your mind will resist. That's normal. But over time, you'll find that being alone with your thoughts becomes less about boredom and more about clarity. Solitude is where you learn to be fully present with yourself. As Carl Jung once said, "Solitude is for me a fount of healing which makes my life worth living." Chapter 2: The Art of Listening to the Unsaid. Mindfulness isn't just about being aware of your surroundings, it's about truly listening. And by listening, I don't just mean hearing words. I'm talking about tuning into what's not being said. Have you ever had a conversation where you felt there was more going on than the words exchanged? That's because communication isn't just verbal. In fact, research from UCLA suggests that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal. So, how do you practice mindful listening? Start by paying attention to subtle cues. Notice changes in tone, body language, or even pauses in conversation. For example, when someone says, "I'm fine," but avoids eye contact, their body is telling you something different. Mindful listening is about being present enough to catch these moments. It's also important to practice this with yourself. When you have a thought or an emotion, pause. What's behind that feeling? Often, our first reaction is only the surface. The real truth lies beneath. This practice of deep listening can transform how you relate to yourself and others. Remember the wise words of Ernest Hemingway, "I like to listen. I have learned a great deal from listening carefully." Most people never listen. Chapter 3: The Forgotten Senses, Tapping into your sixth and seventh. When we talk about mindfulness, we usually focus on the five senses: seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. But did you know there are actually more senses? Two of the most fascinating ones are proprioception and interoception. These are often called the forgotten senses because we don't actively think about them, but they are key to achieving deeper mindfulness. Proprioception is your body's sense of where it is in space. Ever walked through a dark room without bumping into anything? That's proprioception at work. Meanwhile, interoception is your awareness of what's happening inside your body, like when you notice your heartbeat or feel your stomach growl. Mindfulness can be greatly enhanced by tuning into these senses. Start by closing your eyes and focusing on your body's position. Feel where your hands are without looking at them. Notice the tension in your muscles or how your weight shifts when you stand. This practice grounds you in the present moment, connecting you to your body in a way that most of us overlook. A 2018 study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that people who regularly practiced interoceptive awareness showed reduced stress levels and increased emotional resilience. By connecting with your body in this way, you can develop a deeper, more intuitive sense of presence. If you're finding these strategies helpful, consider subscribing to stay updated on more tips and insights on mindfulness and personal growth. Chapter 4: Time Travelers. The illusion of past and future. Most of us spend our days bouncing between the past and future. We replay old conversations, stress about future deadlines, or daydream about what could be. But here's the thing, neither the past nor the future is real in this moment. The only thing that's real is the present. According to a study in the Journal of Happiness Studies, people who practice staying in the present moment report being 10 to 20% happier overall. It's not just a feel-good theory, being present has measurable benefits. To break free from this mental time travel, try this. Next time you catch yourself worrying about the future or replaying the past, stop. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me right now? If the answer is no, gently bring your focus back to what's happening in front of you. It might be as simple as feeling your feet on the floor or noticing the sound of a car passing by. Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, says it best: realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Chapter 5: Mindful Disruption. Breaking your routine. For radical awareness, routines can be comforting, but they can also put us on autopilot. When you brush your teeth, drive to work, or eat lunch, how much of it do you actually notice? Research published in the European Journal of Social Psychology found that 45% of our daily actions are habits. While habits can save mental energy, they also make it easy to zone out. To wake up from autopilot mode, try a mindful disruption. This doesn't mean overhauling your life. Instead, start by changing small things. For example, if you always drink coffee with your right hand, use your left. Take a different route to work. Or if you usually check your phone first thing in the morning, spend a minute noticing your breathing instead. This disruption breaks the loop of automatic behavior and forces your mind to wake up. When things aren't routine, you naturally pay more attention. And that's where mindfulness thrives. As psychologist Ellen Langer notes in her book Mindfulness, when we are mindfully engaged, we are inherently open to possibilities and new perspectives. Chapter 6: The Echoes of Presence. Mindfulness beyond yourself. Finally, let's explore how your mindfulness impacts others. It's easy to think that mindfulness is a personal practice, but it has a ripple effect. When you are fully present, people around you can feel it. They respond to your calmness, your focus, and your attention. A 2015 study published in Mindfulness showed that people who practice mindfulness regularly report having better relationships and are more empathetic. In fact, even in difficult conversations, being present can shift the entire dynamic. When you are mindful, you listen more deeply, react less impulsively, and create space for genuine connection. You can start small. The next time you're in a conversation, practice putting away distractions, literally and mentally. Don't think about what you're going to say next or how you'll respond. Just listen. Be fully present with the person in front of you. This might seem simple, but it's one of the most profound ways to practice mindfulness. Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen master, said, "The most precious gift we can offer anyone is our attention. When mindfulness embraces those we love, they will bloom like flowers." If you enjoyed this exploration of mindfulness and want to learn more about living a more present and connected life, make sure to subscribe for future content and tips.